Well, welcome all to the fourth. Boy, it's only been four. Hard to believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it four? I thought it's third. Or I mean fifth. I thought it was the fifth.
I think it's four. Maybe it is five. Maybe I didn't download the other one.
Oh.
But in any case, we are here for the next Spandex Heroes game. We got everybody here, except for one. And I got my GM dice. I'm going to be taking out the toxic waste.
Uh-oh.
Ben.
They've had time to saturate, eh?
For many years.
In that case, I'm going to code red.
No.
The code red's in my fridge.
Damn it! That's where it went.
Right now
We
it's
are. The last time had a nice mystery that we solved. You all were introduced to a new friend who is away doing his work today. He had to do a film shoot. So he'll be back. He is currently shooting the picture Debbie Does Las Vegas in Spades. So, you know, that's the new one here.
Sadly, we are probably not far from Vegas in space.
Wow, wow.
So, where the hell is Cinebistro on here?
I don't know.
You said you went through Fandango.
I did.
I don't see it.
You hit on the theater tab.
Yeah.
But yeah, essentially this is what y'all did. Y'all did a whole bunch. I've actually got your character sheet up, Dave, so I can monitor it throughout.
Okay.
Did everybody update their characters from last time?
Yes, I leveled up, dumbass.
All right.
I seem to have misplaced the the PDF file because I got a new computer.
You mean for the actual?
For the actual game, my character sheet is on Google.
All right. Let me see here. I got,
I hear dog whining.
Yeah, he needs some cheese to go with that wine.
I already had my caffeine today. Hopefully it'll carry me through. At least my back has gotten better today. Yes.
I've been, before this, enjoying a mix of Mountain Dew and orange juice.
it's really close.
It's actually been kind of tasty.
It's just interesting that there's no taste.
Interesting combo. Is it regular Mountain Dew or mixed a different flavor of Mountain Dew?
I was enjoying a regular Mountain Dew.
Then again, those rooms aren't.
Because I tried.
Pretty good.
I tried the Bajas, the two Bajas this week, and I think the orange one was far better than the Pina Colada one.
Oh, I did not.
Which
like
I was
that.
hoping. I was hoping the Pina Colada would be better, but ugh, it was not good.
Damn.
Yeah, I thought it was
Oh,
going to
I
be better
haven't
myself.
seen
I did
the
not
Pina
like
Colada
the
one.
peanut butter.
Pina colada, huh?
Here, boo-boo. I see two kittens.
Indeed. So
Hi.
we'll go ahead and get started.
Mm-hmm.
So you all have managed to declare victory, defeating. Gosh, who was the villain in the last one? It was the dog.
The dog.
Yes, the dog person.
and it was a tough fight, but you managed to do it with the help of your new friend, which you used as a what was it?
Puppy power.
So you did work together to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little distracted, but that's okay.
So, what are you guys up to now that you're all back to the base?
Well, let's see. Let's see. I am probably after resting the night. Probably doing my job, being an accountant from collections. I'm freezing people's assets because they have not been paying their dues.
No, that works good enough. How about you, Wolfman? What you doing?
I'm getting a body wool perm.
All right. Simple enough. How about you, Boilermaker?
I am pulling up the finest of chairs, sitting down with a fine Chesterfield, and eating it.
And you, Jake?
Well, we're back at the base, huh?
Well, you don't have to be back at the base if you don't want to be.
I think I probably will go back and just have a shower and then a long nap.
I gotta check on the kittens, apparently.
Okay, I think I. Okay. It's over last Suicide Squad. Okay. And then. Oops, sorry.
So if anybody is watching on this chat at this time, say hi, because we got some dead air.
I don't think any chatters right now over there.
Hey yo.
I think my fur is now done, so I think I'll join some of you guys in the common room, whichever bubbly bath is there. The bubbly bird bath, which is more like a jacuzzi than anything else.
A jacuzzi?
Yeah.
I am enjoying some fine quality furniture.
Yes. I am balancing some books. Have you paid your dues and rent taxes this season? Did you need any assistance with the paperwork?
I tried, but I can't get past the "Are you a bot?" question.
Unfortunately, I eat my taxes after I get done with them.
Mm-hmm.
So
I will be happy to assist you in your paperwork if you need, Boilermaker and Wolfbane.
Luckily, I'm an unpaid intern, so I don't have income to worry about.
now I think I'll go over. Now I think I'll go over to Boilermaker and ask if she can make me a craft beer of some sort.
Sure, not a problem. Let's see. We'll try it. It's a 41, so I actually could possibly do it, but That's if the GM's around.
Phenomena.
Da-da-da.
41 out of 60 on crafting a beer for Wolfbane.
All right. It's a good beer. Bear with beer. It's in the water. That's why it's yellow.
We supply it fresh.
Where is the downspout for that beer?
You
Well,
really want to know? Because I was
let's-
contemplating on drawing it this week.
Let's figure out where our mission, our next mission lies. So let's gather wherever that tends to be.
Well, actually, just even since you mentioned it, and the alarm goes off, sending you guys back to the war room at the bird bath.
Damn it, the damn bird bath.
And here I rolled a 9 for balancing the books to get Wolfbane and Boilermaker's paperwork in order for their taxes this coming season. A 9 out of 55.
Okay.
Those are
by
some
getting
damn
there,
good books. Too bad you forgot to declare me as office equipment.
Did you claim Wolfbane as a pet?
Okay. I'm going to do a perception on whether I hear the alarm. Ooh, 57 out of 58.
Yeah, it's on your wrist, so it makes it a lot easier to do.
Huh. I'll probably be a few minutes later than the rest, but I'll stumble in there.
And most character doesn't come at all.
I'll stumble in there. I'll spot Boilermaker and stumble over. You don't have some coffee handy, do you?
That may be of some difficulty.
Okay.
I will try it though.
Okay.
Probably gonna be coffee liqueur. All right, 33 out of 60 for booze.
I brewed a pot this morning, but now it's afternoon. Do you still want a cup?
That Boilermaker has taken what you brewed and has combined it with liquor to make a coffee liqueur.
Okay.
There you go.
So
Fair
is
up, that
it going
dog.
to wake me up?
Debatable.
Debatable. Okay. I'm going to try craft beverage to make sure that it is an energizing drink. Probably fail. 79 out of 56.
Probably one of the most energizing drinks that you can think of at this time.
So energizing, I can't
Right,
keep my eyes open.
glowing energy drink.
What happened?
It's a bright blue glowing energy
Yes,
drink.
exactly. It's nice and blue.
So you'd have to do a fort save when
Ooh,
you drink this.
okay. So just a straight D20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's get out my tiny little D20. Fort save.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got 20.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, you feel actually slightly energized.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right.
The caffeine seemed to win out over the booze.
All right. Good deal.
You
I
have to work-
suppose I could roll to see if I can get him some B12.
Well, you all are in the war room essentially, and your sidekick ends up coming on the air. It's an emergency. The city's under attack by villains.
Dylan!
Yes.
Oh no!
I gotta find it. I gotta find the name of them. Let's see here. Yes, it's a group that call themselves the League of Incompetent Villains.
They call themselves that.
Yeah, it seems like they're not very confident in their abilities.
I was going to say the marketing department kind of sucks.
But
And yet they seem to be competent at whatever this is.
Well, what is this? What are they doing?
well, apparently there is a big disturbance in the center of town at the courthouse.
Okay. I guess, is there any more information that you can give us?
That's all I can tell you right now. I
Okay.
can't even get more than one life reading.
Frosty, let's get the car around and let's go investigate the courthouse.
It is time to save the city.
I shall do a driving check.
All right.
I'm gonna fly there.
Okay.
Are you sure you don't have to work today?
I am sure. It is my day off.
Now, who's navigating?
That would be Frosty.
Okay. Well, I got a 30 on the drive,
All right.
and for navigation, we might be taking the long way there.
What'd you get?
80 out of 65.
No, you get on the interstate, and you get on 64 east,
Can I help?
and apparently not because the leader indicated.
Okay.
Frosty.
Wait a second. So they're doing exactly the opposite you did to take us to the beach?
So so they're heading on 64 east. Unfortunately, 64 west is where you probably should be going. So Boilermaker, navigation check.
I thought he was.
I do not have it.
Well, he's flying, so yeah.
43.
All right, so your onboard computer seems to pick up their car as, oh, this must be where we need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Totally.
well.
So you guys are driving along. No.
Can I do a perception roll
You can.
to notice that we might not be going in the right direction?
That'd be a navigation roll.
Oh, would it?
Uh-huh.
Well, then I'll do a navigation roll. 53 out of 5.
This is definitely the right direction. You remember it from last time. This is perfectly good.
All right.
Okay. So let's continue.
I would have made the perception roll.
Weren't we in the center of town?
No, the bird bath is like
Rose, that's nasty.
The bird bath is on Lake Moomaw Dalfit, which is north of Clifton Ford, which is a good 20 minutes outside of Covington.
Okay.
So it's technically to the east. Technically, you would go 64 east from Covington all the way up to Clifton Forge, and pass that to go. Jacob knows where I'm talking about.
Pretty much.
And so you keep going east, and it's been a while. About 30 minutes later, which it's sort of about because you kind of remember it taking about this long to get out there. You start seeing signs for Lexington.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Huh.
I don't see signs. You guys.
I guess retry on that navigation.
So you're following the car. You're following the vehicle, so you're good. Well, sort
My
of.
navigation this time is much better. 21 out of 65.
Whoa.
All right. You actually make it the time. You think Lexington is slightly off from where you're going. Maybe you should turn around. But Lexington does have some nice sights to see. It has VMI, Washington Lee University. nice restaurants and shops available.
Mhm.
Might have to come back. Unfortunately, I think we're on the clock.
You think you could probably
Incorrect.
make it
You're
back
on the
to-
car.
You think if you turned around and got back on the 64 going the opposite direction, you could make it back to town in about an hour?
I rolled a 7 on my driving this time.
You can take it down to 45 minutes. You knock 15 minutes off that time.
Oh wow.
Okay.
How fast does a Boilermaker fly?
Let's see. What is my flight speed at these days? Where is my flight speed? There. Flight is at 90 feet around.
You probably were left behind a while back.
Well, maybe.
I don't know. That's 90 feet around. Around is 60 seconds, man. That's a lot faster than they're probably driving.
Well, you notice that actually perception check.
Six out of 60.
You notice they're going. You notice that they have turned around and are going the opposite direction now.
Turning around.
You guys have a nice road trip that you've been up on. Beautiful mountain views.
I'm gonna have to stop and refuel.
Well, there's lots of trees, so
That's fine. I'll refuel as I get there.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
you
Have
guys,
we-
you guys arrive at the exit for Covington. Do you take it?
Yay.
All right.
Do I take the exit? Sure, I'll take the exit.
You might as well eat it too. It might be a good fuel.
No, it'd be repair material. It's metal.
Metal sign. He'd have to be burning. Actually, Boilermaker would have to be burning at a much higher temperature to have burned that metal.
Nah, it's aluminum. It's easy to melt. I put up enough of those signs.
So, you guys managed to arrive, and you can see that somebody has been making a spectacle of themselves as a storm gathers on the horizon. Krakoom! Krakoom!
Oh, crap.
Mm.
You see,
Brittany knows who this is.
so you guys, if you guys arrive at the courthouse, the crowd is definitely gathered. Perception checks.
Oh, cool.
That's a 2. And that's a 90. So, no.
Okay.
26 out of 58.
Perception check, correct?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
87 out of 65?
Oh yeah, Dave, don't forget to roll for yourself as well.
I know. I'm just trying to open up my zippy bag.
Mhm.
What do I use again?
Perception. You should have percentile dice.
Okay.
Let me get my come on.
Okay.
So Dave, one of the dice looks like this. You see how it's got like multiple numbers on it?
Switched mine. Actually, clear.
It probably has a clear one. Yeah, well, there you go. Can you see
Okay,
it,
one of
Dave?
those.
Yep, one of those, and then a regular 10, which is like
Okay.
that.
All right.
And back off.
Okay, on the percentile dice, a 7.
So 70. What about the 10s?
Doing that. Hold on. And a 5.
All right. Well, you don't have that much in perception, but I will note that you have used the skill. All right. So, and I think you made the check, didn't you, Jacob?
I made it pretty easily. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jacob, you see only one person there, which is weird because it's supposed to be a team of villains.
Okay.
The rest of you notice that there is a crowd of villains all around. This team must be huge. There's like 50 of them. And they're all wearing plain clothes and t-shirts.
Dun, dun, dun.
The scene to you, Jacob, is that there is one villain and there's a bunch of people. There's a crowd of onlookers.
I thought we were supposed to be fighting a team.
Well, you heard the question. Crickets, apparently.
Yeah, no, I didn't quite catch what you said.
He said, "You think that?" He's like, "What would you?" Go ahead and repeat.
I said I thought we were supposed to be fighting a team.
They are all around us. They have us surrounded.
Yeah.
Are you talking about those folks?
Correct.
They're not part of this. I see that one silly-looking person there, but that's the only one I see.
Hold on. Perception roll. That's a 37. Okay, I don't assume that he's not a villain.
Okay.
Okay, well, your attentions do go over to the guy who is up on top of the courthouse building. Are you still with us, Dave, or did you run out? Guess he had to run out for a moment.
Huh.
But, I'll give him a moment to come back. But with Jacob's revelation, you guys can do another perception check to check the crowd again. Like, maybe these aren't villains.
A lot better this time. My perception of 4 out of 65.
And it's probably just the guy on top of the courthouse.
Yeah.
How about you, Dave? You wanna try your luck again?
Sure. All right. Perception check. That's a 5.
And what's the other one?
That's a 7.
Only one off, but considering what this is, you're able to figure out that probably those aren't bystanders, and probably the guy on the courthouse is probably one of the villains, but you don't know where the rest are. It's supposed to be a team.
That's in the courthouse?
So, in the gathering thunderstorm, you see a man. He is a large, bearded man, wearing metal armor and various rods. One's on his head, 2 on his arms, and 2 on his knees. Does anybody have any villain lore or anything like that?
Not that I know
There he goes.
I will roll to see if I know anything.
All right.
As once.
Well, you can put in knowledge villains if you want, Susan, for this role.
Hey. easy out of nothing, but still.
Camel Man?
I shall also attempt this. Knowledge villains, you say?
Yep.
51.
Humpback Man?
Okay.
I will try.
Alright.
All right, hold on. Knowledge villains. 26.
Lightning Man. Must be Lightning Man. Lightning something. Alright. And, did you want to try, Dave, or you?
Personally, I know who it is, but
Perception 2 and an 8.
Alright. Yeah, you feel like, it's not Lightning Man, it's Rod Man. Like Dennis Rodman or something like that. Or something like that.
it's Hackman.
So, I'm gonna narc this down for you. Okay, so you guys he does speak, so he goes into his little monologue. I am Lightning Rod Man. I am the leader of the League of Incompetent Villains. Separately, we were laughing stocks. You all made fun of us as you pummeled us and beat us into nothing. But now, as we have bound ourselves together, we will take the city.
Now here, Mr. Villain.
Respect or something?
Do you have all of your forms and paperwork prepared?
What?
Would you fill out your paperwork with the Leagues of Villains Associations? You need to have the proper forms filled out.
So it's been filed with the proper villain management in Chicago, and yes, they did triplicate, and it is registered in the database. But you'll have to take my word for it because I'm not going back.
Now, you need to double check your paperwork to make sure it reaches this far out into this.
All of us here have not only got our paperwork, but as a united team, we are going to finally take out you Revengers.
Yeah, anyway I look at it, you just look like one person. Do you have voices in your head or something?
All right. He looks back and goes, wait, where did they go? And then, of course, because they're in the middle of a thunderstorm and he's Lightning Rod Man, lightning shoots out of the thunderstorm, electrocutes him, and he falls off the building unconscious to the ground.
Oh, jeez.
So
I walk up to the smoldering corpse and put handcuffs on him. You are under arrest.
They must have separated. I guess we really are incompetent villains.
Now, did you remember to fill out the appropriate evil villain plan schedule? Otherwise, you'll be liable for any other evil plans that will be happening in this location at this time.
He doesn't seem to be listening to you at this point.
Yeah.
He is unconscious.
Damn. I was hoping to get his paperwork so we could see what
So
the
it
other
sounds
villains
like-
were up to.
It sounds like you guys actually have a number of villains spread out throughout the city.
All right.
So what are y'all gonna do? I guess it's up to the leader. But what were you gonna ask, Dave?
Well, I was giving the leader a chance to say something, but
Dave, you're the leader.
Okay.
What do you want to do? You've got a league of villains spread out amongst the city.
Okay. Let us see if are there any of them around the area? I mean, where we're standing.
Perception.
Okay. Perception. An 8 and a 5.
There's lots of them around, like a whole crowd of them.
I had
Okay.
15 out of 50.
There's one smoldering at your
Team,
feet.
team. Let's put handcuffs on as many as we can get. We can gather.
I'll hold up my hand. I think this is the only villain here. I have an idea. I'll go to because there's a big crowd, right?
Yeah, there's a big crowd.
I'll go to the nearest person and I will lead off, I think, with diplomacy.
Okay.
And probably it won't go so well because that's 29 out of 9. So basically, just ask like what was going on here. What if they could tell us if any of the other villains are still nearby?
Have you tried these cheeses? They're really good.
Oh, I don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
Oh, those are good.
No, they're really good cheeses.
Oh, very good.
I will. I'm going to use my perception and look for a police officer to ask them if there have been any other calls of rabble rousers or such. 27 out of 65 were perception to find an officer.
Well, actually, there are 4.
I will go up to the officer. I shall use diplomacy. Because this seems more of a diplomatic than a bureaucratic. A 38 out of 65.
All right.
Pardon me, good sir. I am a member of the Lake. Sorry, I need to double check what it is. Mountain Lake Revengers, and I'm trying to find out where the rest of these evildoers of somewhat incompetent villains happen to be about. Would you happen to know anything, good sir?
Well, they came with 4 others. One of them went out to Mallow Mall. One of them went out to, I want to say he went out to the Kroger. Then there was one, she went over to the paper mill. Something about like taking it over or something. And then the last one went to the park. Wanted to play on the train.
Hold on a second.
53 to hear that the paper mill's under attack.
Yeah.
I must go. My work is in danger.
All right. Well, there's Boilermaker. I'm not even gonna make you do navigation from there. You can see the paper mill easy from where you're at.
Alright, so it's a paper mill, the park, a mall.
Yep.
What were the other two, Brandon?
Park, mall, paper mill, and Kroger.
Kroger.
So, well, there's 3 of you left and 3 villains. What do you want to do, Wolfgang? Oh, sorry.
So 3 villains left.
Yeah.
I'll go to the first villain that's nearby, and see if I can ask him what he's doing here.
I mean, Jesus. They're really good. You want some Jesus?
Kroger or the mall?
I'm going to say real quick before we leave this crowd, I'm going to kind of say screw the diplomacy part and just do a straight gather info to see if we can learn a little bit about these villains and what they supposedly can do.
All right, gather info.
Oh, that's 12 out of 58.
One of them likes trains.
Okay.
One of them seems to be a, like, some sort of intellectual, like, giant. One of them really likes sports. and one of them seems to be fascinated with the paper making process.
I wonder which one went to the paper mill. Okay.
So,
Good times.
I guess again, well,
Well, I'll share that with the rest of them.
oh, do you want some Cheez-Its, Wolfbane? You're being offered Cheez-Its.
Sure.
Yeah, these are the ones I like. They're extra toasty, eh?
Whatever you say.
Okay.
So, there, from what you guys have gathered, there are 4 villains that have managed to split out in the city. One has gone to the mall. One has gone to the Kroger. One has gone to the park, and one has gone to the paper mill.
I'm going to guess the sports interested one is probably at the park.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
So, what do y'all want to do? I know what Boilermaker has done. Boilermaker's already taken off for the paper mill.
Yeah. Are we going to separate and go after each of them on their own, or are we going to team up and be a team and go help Papermaker?
So what do you say, Wolfbane?
Yes, let's.
So, it's up to you to decide who goes after it, because you are the leader.
Let's do that.
Let's go separate or go after her.
Let's go after her.
Okay.
Y'all are going to the paper mill.
Okay.
All right.
What do you think, Blanche?
You guys go to the paper mill. It's not hard, but Boilermaker gets there first.
Okay.
So, you see a young man. Oh, perception check, Boilermaker.
44 out of 60.
You see, you see a man with very large glasses.
I thought I was going after a female.
That's what. Well, it looks like a young man with glasses.
Halt, villain. You are threatening the livelihood of several workers, including me.
What? You are disturbing me in my studies. I am learning how paper is being made. I am the studious kid.
So you are saying you are a minor.
No. I don't mine anything. Maybe data mining. Maybe a little bit of that, but I need to learn more about cryptocurrency before I do that. But never mind that. I'm here to learn about the process of paper making.
Okay.
Let me get in touch with my boss to give you a guided tour then.
No, thank you. It's at this time that the rest of you arrive on scene. So what do you all do? You notice that there's just a kid there, just seems to be well, man, sorry, with that glasses, and he's just watching watching the process as it's going on. But he sticks out. What do you all do?
My good Boilermaker, is everything okay here?
Have you come to also be on the tour?
No, I just wanted to make sure that there was no troubles or difficulties, my good Boilermaker.
This young man wants to get a tour.
Ah. If that is all he's wishing, then I'm sure you can handle this then.
Absolutely.
Okay.
In that case,
Well, I definitely am looking forward to finding out how paper is made.
Do I hear back from the boss?
Like, okay, well, just give them a tour. I mean, that's what they want. Just make sure they don't blow anything up.
Very well. I will take them on tour. This is the paper plant. This is where all paper in this region is made.
So, do the rest of you go on tour with Boilermaker and
I think. Tell you what, one of y'all stay here. I'm gonna go check out the park.
Okay.
check out the car? Okay.
Well,
So the rest of you going on the tour?
Sure.
yeah, yes.
Oh, you guys going on tour?
Hold on, let me see. Alright, 6 out of 5 for Bluff here. Make
Everybody,
up what the machines actually do, because I haven't learned them.
everybody who goes on the tour, so pretty much everybody but Susan, gets now has paper making as a skill.
Paper making or knowledge paper making?
No, paper making.
Oh.
You
cool.
can if you you know enough about paper that you can make a pulp
Oh.
and run it through. I don't know how often you're using it, but hey, you'll have it.
And so ends our tour. Please take your gifts to the or buy gifts at the gift shop
He says,
and have a good day.
"Finally, my evil plan is a success."
Evil plan?
Yes. Now, by learning something, I have managed to gain a new skill, paper making. And soon, once I perfect the skill after years and years of practice, I will soon be able to launch a paper making domination of the world scheme. I gotta go work on practicing. Bye. See you in about 10 years.
I think he needs to work on planning too.
He has long-term goals.
Yeah, that's true.
Sadly, he hasn't really done anything illegal, so you can't really do anything about it.
Right. Okay, well that was interesting. Should we go help Frosty?
Now, what were you doing at the car, Frosty?
I was actually going to. I was going to leave the car for them. I was going to go to the park.
Oh,
to
park.
check on one of the other villains because there were multiple villains. And like,
Navigation.
yeah, I do have quicker movement, so
It won't take you that long to go there on foot. It's just you have to be able to know where it is.
I don't go to the park. Well, I go to a different park. 92.
Woo!
Blue Ridge Park.
You're like, you know where there was a park, right where the bird bath was. There was a park there.
Yeah. I left you on the car.
When we leave the paper plant, I will offer to navigate.
Yes, but can those two drive?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, who's driving?
Are we driving? You said you could get
Bear
there
is
on
driving.
You can.
Yes.
foot.
Who's driving?
Bear is driving.
Okay.
All right.
I'll navigate.
All right.
It's a 65.
Out of what? Okay, you managed to in your map making skill somehow get everybody to where they need to go, but separated.
I just took a detour. I used a combination of my super slide, which gives me my extra movement, ice create, and parkour.
Jacob and Frosty get to the manage to get to the.
That'll be Jacob and Wolfsbane.
Oh yeah.
I
and
got a
Frosty
22
manages
out of
to
60 for my parkour.
somehow manages to find Frosty, and y'all make it to the park. Wolfbane somehow ends up at Kroger, and Boilermaker seems actually no. Wolfbane ends up going towards the mall, and Boilermaker starts going towards the Kroger.
Okay.
I wonder if they have those microwave quiches.
All right. So Dave.
Yes.
All right. I need you as you approach the mall. I need you to make a will save.
A will save. What's that?
D20 roll.
Okay. Sorry about this.
So we're just
Alrighty.
getting in space, huh?
So I made a 17.
All right. So you felt like you felt something at the back of your mind, but you weren't quite sure what it was. This mall is kind of like one of those old strip malls. There's an abandoned Kmart that never got anything there, an abandoned Radio Shack, an abandoned Bonanza restaurant, an abandoned Safeway, an abandoned thrift store, an abandoned Long John Silver's. Okay.
Sorry, I just decided to share my screen just to try and get you to pay attention.
And
There we go.
And a McDonald's, and what looks like it'll be a bowling alley. So where do you go, Dave?
I think I'll go to the bowling alley.
All right. So Frosty and other water person, Blue Agua. You guys arrive at the park, and you see a little girl on top of the giant freight train.
Oh.
There is a train engine that has a little sign on it marking, this is the train that used to pull guests to the Homestead Resort, which many of you all did manage to frequent in one of the adventures.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yay! Yay! Yay!
I guess we found the train fan.
You must be the superheroes.
Hello, young man.
She hops down off the train and says, wait, no, she doesn't hop. She hops up on top of the smokestack and says,
I'm Choo Choo Mama.
Pleasure to meet you.
Yes,
Hello,
Choo. And I have finally found what I need to take over this city for the League of Incompetent Villains. As a group, we are invincible.
And what would that be?
We have
There
a
we
group
go.
of 5 of us.
Right.
Switch to that screen.
You seem to have a minor problem, my dear.
Oh, what's that?
That's Boilermaker.
One of you?
So, well, what's wrong? What's the problem?
So what
Five of us
what
will
were you
take
planning
you
on
down.
doing with this choo-choo?
All right, that's it. I guess I'm just gonna have to take you down on my own. I'm better than half of these anyway.
She touches her hand to the locomotive, and it starts whirring to life.
Oh dear.
And now we're going to move over to Boilermaker. Boilermaker makes it over to the Krogers, and you see a man up on top of the Kroger building. He is wearing looks like he's got like a bunch of light bulbs around him that are flashing with little question marks. He's like wearing this golden top hat and coat.
Pardon me, but have you seen a villain around here?
I am the villain. I am Quizmaster. And I will defeat you. And me and my 4 other companions combined, we shall take you down.
Would those 4 other companions include a guy who got struck by lightning and someone interested in paper making?
How did you know?
We defeated them.
Well, you will never get past me, the Quizmaster, as I have the greatest power of all of them.
He points over at the pigeon.
Is this A, a dog, B, a freight train, or C, something else?
That is a squab.
That's not one of the answers.
It is a squab. That is the proper name for a pigeon.
Is it A, a dog, B, a cow? Wait, no. B is a freight train. Is it B, a freight train, or C, something else?
C, something else.
Ah! How did you defeat me? I was brilliant. Brilliant, I say.
All of the light bulbs just burst, and he collapses to the ground.
You aren't very good at quizzes.
Why do you think they call us the League of Incompetent Villains?
All right, so we're back up to date. As you get closer to the bowling alley, make another will save.
All right. I did an 18.
That natural 18?
Natural 18.
Yeah. Well, so far it looks like an ordinary bowling alley on the outside. It looks like it's open.
Okay.
Pretty crowded. But then again, come to think of it, when you're in a shopping mall with only 2 open stores, I guess one of the open ones tends to get more traffic than the closed ones.
Okay.
You'll be able to enter next round.
Sounds good.
All right, Frosty and Blue Agua. Initiatives.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. 21.
All right, and you, Blue Agua.
Well,
All right, well, it will be you, Frosty. So far, you've got a little girl on top of a train that seems to be revving up. Train engine.
I'm going to use a mix of diplomacy and a little bit of create ice object and create a hand-sized choo-choo train. Actually, I've got sculpting, so I can sculpt a hand-sized choo-choo train out of ice in my hand. A 17, so it looks pretty good. Then diplomacy.
That's pretty nice, but I don't take bribes.
Diplomacy of a 56. Are you sure?
I don't take bribes.
It's a very nice one.
Oh yeah, this is very nice.
It's my turn. And I'm going to mark you, even though you do great work. By the way, I like the train, but it's made of ice, so it's not permanent. This, however, is. It's the real train, and I like trains. So she says, and I will show you my true power.
She revs up the train, and let's see if this happens. All right. Is your defense score a 20 or more?
No.
All right. So the train, she literally has the train launch in the air and slams you with the train straight on.
Okay. I finally get my hit points.
You take 57 damage.
Holy crap.
Okay. That hurt.
So,
Take another one.
So, how are you doing hit points wise?
57, negative 30?
All right, you get
Only negative 30.
Yeah.
You get launched into the empty pool because there's no longer, they don't use it for a pool anymore. They just have it empty. So you slam directly into the empty pool, unconscious.
Oh, my ice sculpture flies up into the air as I go. Whoosh.
Oh, now it's your turn, Blue Hogwa.
Wow.
You see her kind of with the train veered over at a weird angle,
Mhm.
and you can just see the thing like that, as you can see her perched atop it with an evil grin as she has one hand on the smokestack.
Okay. I'm going to use luck and launch into a history lesson about that particular train. And I don't know if I'll make it 55 on 58.
You managed to distract her for one round. Alright, back to Wolfbane. You get to the door. Make another will save.
I made a 15.
Alright. You are lucky you have such a high will bonus. You get in, and you see what looks to be a bunch of people bowling. Matter of fact, people are bowling at, actually, perception. So your percentiles for your perception roll.
Okay. A 6 and a 10.
Alright, which one is the 6? Is that the 10s?
Percentile.
Okay, so 60. So straight 60. Alright. Looks like there's just an average amount of bowling going on here. Nothing out of the ordinary, but maybe there's more to this. There's a pizza counter and a small arcade with a bunch of kids playing. What do you do?
What did you just say?
Well, again, this doesn't look like anything out of the ordinary to you. Just a bunch of people bowling. There's a pizza counter, and there's an arcade with kids playing.
Okay. I'll call over my little watch and tell everyone here that there's nothing suspicious at the bowling alley. So I'll come meet one of them wherever they are.
All right. So the ones that get this are Boilermaker and Blue Agua. So Boilermaker, how do you respond?
On my way. 97 navigation. Clearly not on my way.
Well, considering that Dave was asking if any of you needed him to join them, you decide instead to join him at the mall. And so, how about you, Bulagua? How do you respond to Dave?
Frosting's down. We could probably use a hand.
You hear that, Dave?
Huh?
I said Frosting's down. We could probably use a hand.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
You have to tell them where you're at.
I'm at the bowling alley.
Yeah,
I'm at the bowling alley, so
we're at the park.
I'll have to roll for navigation to see how far I am from where you are. So
I'm seeing birdies. I'll be right back.
I've got a 2 and a 12.
Well, considering you don't have navigation, what do you do now? But
I guess I'll try to go in the direction of where we know them to be.
all right. You managed to find a delicious slice of pizza at the pizza parlor. It is amazing. This is really good pizza. You don't recall where you've had so much good pizza before. Where were you going again?
I guess I'll stick around to see why this pizza is so good, because obviously it's good to me. It could attract other people, and it's possible that it could attract a crowd.
Well, so back to Aqua. It's you, and you've got this little girl on the train. You're not quite certain. You hear Dave talk about pizza, but he is possibly on his way. And Boilermaker is possibly on his way as well. Or her way, or its way, I guess you could say. So what do you do?
So you said it's my turn now?
It is your turn, because the little girl got confused for one round.
Okay.
But she is ready to attack next round.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to beat her to the punch. I will use a water geyser to try to knock her off the train, perhaps.
Okay.
Okay, so the attack... Ooh, that's that's an 18 to hit.
You managed to hit.
Okay.
Does it do damage?
Oh, sorry, no, that was a 20 hit. Well, anyway, so
you definitely hit.
It does hit. Yes, it does do. It would do damage.
All right, she falls off the train. Ah! And hits the ground.
That's some weak ass damage, though. The falling damage may be worse. I only have 2 points of damage.
She only has 1 hit point.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Darn this Constitution. If only I wasn't a 7-year-old girl.
Well, it's good to be careful riding trains, especially on the outside.
The train also comes tumbling down in kind of a mess, but then reshapes back to its original form. She's probably one of the most competent of the league. Unfortunately, her constitution and the fact that she requires a real train to have her powers work kind of limits her.
Yeah, I could see that.
But she's slightly powerful though. She could probably defeat a Jaw if y'all didn't do the right thing.
Right.
So Boilermaker, you arrive at the mall. We'll save.
Where's my will? Oh, 8. And that's after I roll a 12.
Ooh, a bowling alley. You know what would be great to do at a bowling alley? Bowl! You really want to bowl.
Oh, God.
Right now. You
Oh,
wanna go
God.
bowling?
I know exactly who I'm up against. Oh.
So you arrive at the bowling alley. You don't even need to rent the right shoes. You know you can do it the right way because you know how it is. And you go bowling! And you bowl a perfect strike. Yes! You may have seen Wolfsbane, but you don't really care because you're bowling! All right, Wolfsbane. Another, first off, another will save.
All right.
It's not a hard one, which is why you've been making it all these times. Plus, you've been
16.
Yeah, you've been rolling extremely well. But you notice that Boilermaker just goes in, essentially goes in, gets the ball, and just starts bowling. Bowling very, you have to roll a perception for that. Boilermaker is not hard to figure out, to see or notice. It just keeps bowling, and actually bowling a pretty good game. So what do you do?
There is nothing wrong with enjoying oneself while out on a mission.
So perception check.
Just so long as you don't be distracted from the mission goal.
Well, this might count as being distracted, but then again, eating pizza, driving to Lexington, these things.
Well, it's like that moment in Everybody's Loves Raymond when Raymond actually goes to Italy and has pizza for the first time.
Well, roll a perception.
Alrighty.
Not a hard one. You've just been failing.
8 out of looks like a 5. Oh, wait, a 3.
So the one that was in the 10s was the 8?
The one that was in the perception.
Okay.
Was an 8.
All right. Well, yeah, the only thing you really notice out of the ordinary is Boilermaker, but I guess it makes sense to go bowling in a bowling alley. Yeah. Boiling in a bowling alley,
Yeah, I guess so. So I guess I'll bowl the game too.
All right. $5. You can rent the shoes. Make sure you get the shoes. That one should have the shoes. But seems to be doing pretty well, actually, considering.
I'm going to see if I can roll a bluff.
Oh, by the way, Brittany, roll a percentage for bowling.
15 out of nothing.
Actually, you still bowl a pretty good game considering. So what are you bluffing? What are you bluffing, Dave?
I'm going to bluff that I have $5.
You know you have $5.
I'm going to bluff him into thinking that he took it.
You're doing the Jedi mind trick. Well, considering you don't have bluff, that'll be interesting. Go ahead.
I roll a perception, right?
No.
You would roll bluff, but so roll your percentiles.
All right. 6 and a 4.
All right, so you do this number, Dave. Here, I'll put myself up here. Where am I? I'm here. Okay. You already had my $5. And the guy at the counter's like, no, I did not.
Damn. These aren't the droids we're looking for. Anyways, I guess I'll roll to see what my percentage of bowling is.
All right, so you pay the $5, go in your bowl, and
2 and 11.
all right, so that's not terrible.
Wait, how are you
How are you
rolling
getting
an
an
11?
Wait, hold on. Wrong one. Sorry.
So 20 something.
All right. Here it is. Ugh.
Yeah, you're not doing yourself any favors by using higher dice so much.
All right. 2 and a 6.
All right, so you bowl a reasonable game, but Boilermaker is soundly beating you.
Well, she's a machine. She's more accurate.
Boilermaker seems to be much more concentrated on the game than you are. Like, a lot concentrated. By the way, Boilermaker, you get another wolf. That's a lot harder this time.
Oh, it's harder? Well, I only get a 6 in it, so... Oh, nat 20, though.
You managed to break free of it. You're like, now you don't have to bowl. You notice that the leader of the team is actually bowling as well.
Halt, villain.
Are you saying that to the team member?
No, to the villain of the team. Or is it the leader of the team?
That's the leader of your team.
Wolfsbane. Oh, no. I thought I saw the villain. Okay. I will stop the true villain of this facility. The ball return. So I start beating up on the ball returns.
Roll the hit.
Let's see, that's an 18 plus my plus 8. And actually, it's a plus 12 to hit with my character.
Okay. Well, you hit. It's a ball return. So, Dave, Boilermaker seems to have gone insane and started to beat up the ball return.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I guess I'm going to call over to her and ask her what is she doing.
Destroying the true villain.
How do you know it's the villain?
Because it made me want to go bowling.
Okay. Well, please stop that. We do need to figure out one more thing, why this pizza is so good. So let's see if we can figure out who the cook is. I know you're a bartender. Ask around.
Hold on. Keep hitting and kicking the machine.
Okay, Dave, another will say.
Okay. That is a 15.
All right. Again, yeah, it seems to be a nice pizza. Let's do a perception again.
All right.
Not a hard perception. Well, I guess it is a very hard perception roll.
I have a 3 and a 3.
All right. Perception made. You notice that above all the other bowlers, you see a person wearing a brightly colored outfit that looks like he's wearing a bowling ball on his head and has 2 bowling ball shaped gloves. And he has on his costume, "Simply Must Go Bowling Man."
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to go talk to this man.
All right. He looks at you and says, "You're not bowling. You need to go bowling." We'll see.
You simply must.
I show him my teeth.
We'll see.
All right. I have another 15.
You don't really feel like bowling right now. Oh, Boilermaker, we'll say.
Let's see. So that is a total of a 21 with that roll.
You definitely don't feel like bowling. But perception check.
15 out of 60.
Yeah, you see Simply Must Go Bowling Man and Wolfbane confronting each other.
Now, Simply Must Go Bowling Man has ball themes throughout his costume, correct?
Correct.
All right. Going to try and grab him and shove him into the ball return.
All right, let's do some initiatives now for that. So, Wolfbane, I need you to roll a d20 for initiative.
Okay.
So, this one right here.
3.
Three.
And a 7.
Oh, I didn't see.
No, d20.
Oh, a D20.
D20.
Yeah.
All right. An 11.
11. All right. And Brittany, what's your character's?
Total of 10.
All right. Simply Must Go Bowling Man goes. Simply Must Go Bowling Man's power is a passive ability. Basically, every round that you are around Simply Must Go Bowling Man, you have to make a save versus going bowling. That's basically the whole of it. And after a round of bowling, you can make another save to resist, but you have to know that you're resisting it, which sometimes is a difficulty. So Simply Must Go Bowling Man's turn is up. So he is saying, "You will bowl! You will bowl!" So now both of you have to roll will saves again. So roll your d20.
I got the same result as last time.
All right. And you, Dave,
Yeah.
your d20.
A D20. All right. 18.
All right. So both of you resist Simply Must Go Bowling Man's tried and true method of getting you to bowl. And what do you do, Dave? It's your turn, I think.
What's around me?
People bowling. Somebody's malt that they didn't finish.
Okay.
The ball washing machine.
I
that might
think
be around.
I want to arrest the man that I was talking to before.
Yeah, he keeps pointing at you to say you must go bowling, and you're not. So
I think I'm going to arrest him.
all right. So how are you planning on doing it?
I'm going to walk up to him and place my hands around his wrists and put them behind his back and cuff him.
Well, attempt to grab him. Roll a d20.
Roll a D20. All right.
Truly the most dangerous of all the villains.
18.
18. All right, you managed to grab him. He's going to try and resist you, which is a resisted strength check. Roll your d20 and I'll add the bonus because I've got it in front of me.
All right. My D20 is a 13.
All right, you easily beat his strength check, and you manage to lock the cuffs on him. No! How can I be defeated? All right, Boilermaker, your turn.
Grabbing him and inserting him into the ball return.
All right, you're gonna have to resist Dave for the grapple.
Very easy.
All right, Dave versus Boilermaker. Roll your d20.
Roll a D20.
Yep.
Keep hold of your target.
15.
All right, that's 6, 7, 18 total. And Brittany?
28.
So Boilermaker basically rips Simply Must Go Bowling Man out of your hands and puts him in the ball return. So now you've got him unconscious because I don't kill off people.
I would have willingly given you the man. I didn't really want to grapple with you, Boilermaker. You could have made me into a can opener for all I know. So,
But
No, you're not made of metal.
So you guys managed to defeat the League of Incompetent Villains.
So I wanna make a note here though. After we defeat the girl, Susan's still out cold, right?
Yep, she got knocked out.
Okay.
Yeah, I counted it up. I'm at -40, not -30. I only had 17 hit points before tonight.
I'm going to use
Reminds me.
a heal check to see if I can figure out what is ailing her.
I don't know. What could possibly be ailing her?
Well, how best to.
I took a train to the face.
Wow. Okay, that's 34 out of nothing.
Man, you look terrible. You look like you got hit by a train.
She's poking me with this stick.
Yes. Hey.
Does that make you feel better? Poke, poke.
Oh gosh, that is terrible.
But and then I'll try and get back in touch with the others and see like what's going on.
Well, everybody manages to get back together, and you each bring your villain in, and so you've managed to capture all of the villains except for 2. Quizmaster has escaped because he was just left there, and the other person, which I cannot remember their name now.
Studious one.
Studious.
Studious, yes. Studious Kid, yes, that's it. Studious Kid had left in order to work on a plan to take you down that's going to take 10 years, so it might be a little while. For that one. But you guys have managed to take down the League of Evil, the League of Incompetent Villains. The ones you've managed to take into custody are Lightning Rod Man and Choo Choo Mama and Simply Must Go Bowling Man.
All right.
So that's not too bad. You got 3 out of the 5. They got the
We
majority.
took down the real villain, the bowling alley.
Well, the city is not happy about having to close down the bowling alley because it's one of the few things they had for fun. So I guess now we'll have to go back to the old standby, just sitting in the parking lot of Walmart. When I was growing up, when I was in high school, that literally was what they did for fun. Yeah. Of course, the Walmart had just opened up back then, but yeah, that was it.
Damn.
Yeah, that's how entertaining things were where I was living. But You have managed to complete this. This actually is about the norm for a Spandex Heroes game. We finally did one of the right type of timing, where it's just like a basic one comic book adventure. There will be a follow-up to this later on. As you notice that apparently Simply Must Go Bowling Man got sprung from jail by the sinister Quizmaster. So you guys will have to face them later on. You know, the two most dangerous, obviously, of the group.
Obviously.
Dun, dun, dun.
But everybody did good. You can have 10 more power points in reserve. I'm putting that. So, hey, Dave, you're up to 21 total in reserve. And let's see how of course, Susan, you probably will gain some hit points from that.
Oh yeah.
Sadly, I do not.
Let's see here. Well, you didn't get hit by Choo Choo Mama.
No.
So what do you think of the League of Incompetent Villains?
They're pretty incompetent.
Yeah.
But which one is the most incompetent?
The pizza dude.
Well, yeah, he's not even a member.
Most incompetent one is the bowling alley.
Let's see. So it's what is it? 5 or 10% of the.
All right.
I took
Calculating
57
hit points. All right. Gaining hit points. Take 10% of the number that you lost, and then add your con modifier to it.
Okay. So 10% of 57.
At least this one didn't go into another YouTube recording.
Well, actually, so you gain basically 5 plus your con mod.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So total of 6 more.
So let's see. As far as skills, just as a brush up on your skills. You have one of the old hard copies that I had.
Yeah.
Good for you. Let's see here. Yeah, Dave, you're racking up these super power points.
Well, I'm saving them for a rainy day.
Let's see here. You add 1% plus your intelligence mod.
Well, and I added a couple of abilities.
Yep.
I think.
So, yep, you've added 5%. You've got 5% now in navigation, 5% in bluff, 5% in knowledge villain, 5% in paper making, and 5% in bowling.
Ooh.
And let's see, you managed to use. You use 2 skills, diplomacy and perception, that you have. And let's see here. If I remember correctly, picking and choosing. Let's see, skill progression. When a character uses a skill, they are able to add 1% plus their intelligence mod to their skill mod. So you have managed to add another 3% to perception, which takes you up to 59% for perception, and 3% to diplomacy, which takes you up to 59% in diplomacy. A person with high intelligence can really clean up with that particular stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I've got a 19 intelligence. I get 5% per skill use, so it's like I am definitely. I've got actually 70s in some of my.
I was gonna say you should be really good at piloting, and you must be getting there with navigation.
Yeah.
Remind me again, can points be used to buy up the modifiers?
Modifiers for what?
Just the basic modifiers.
Yes.
Strength, dex, and whatnot.
Yeah, you can buy up. Basically, you up your for every
Mod
rank,
by one.
but you have to have increased the stat using points at the beginning of your character creation.
Okay.
So if you used it
I'm
once,
almost sure I did that.
I think everybody did that for at
Yeah.
least one of their abilities, if not all
I
of them.
think so, yeah. So it said, so how
What? I rolled a natural 25.
So what's the calculus for that?
It's the same as anything else. It's basically each rank gives you 2 points in that ability. So if you're at rank 1, you had +2 to that ability, but you would have already been at rank 1, so you'd have to be at rank 2 minimum to up your ability.
Yeah.
So yep.
Pretty sure that was the one that I did.
So that was pretty much the end of that session. It's not too bad a session, I would think.
No, that